they may be hovering over you, or you, or you.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Sorry we're 5 minutes late, but we were having a conversation backstage. We're getting together to watch things together. We will be recording Paige's reaction to the Barry Gillis movie Things on Sunday, and I will probably have that up on Wednesday or Thursday. So, probably Wednesday, though, because I want you guys to watch her madness. So, and that will be the first episode
Yay.
of our Ghoul Pack podcast. So, it's going to be really fun. You're going to see me show Paige a lot of wacky movies. So, and
You're gonna see
actually,
my face do a lot of wild things.
yes. So, meme material. Tonight, we are talking about werewolves. Do you guys like my dad joke? Howl about them werewolves. I slay myself sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna be talking a little bit about the werewolf lore, how it started, and about the films in it. We got a couple movie posters, and Paige here says that she only really knows the one that Tom Savini did. So this is a little bit new to her as well. So I love that. I love everything about that, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to wait a little bit before we begin to let people get in here. Hi, movie chat. They say hi to Paige.
Right? I did the Demogorgon makeup today,
Yes,
or I tried.
she pre-gamed so hard, man. She had that on all day today. She was like super stoked to be here. Hello, ATL. American Werewolf in London is my favorite. Abso-freaking-lutely. That one is my favorite as well, too, because of Rick Baker's makeup. Rick Baker and Tom Savini are two of my favorite special effects artists that I studied a lot, and I can't wait to get more back into special effects, especially with the haunt that me, Paige, and Gilboy will be doing together.
Yes,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
excited for all of that. I'm excited to not necessarily do the makeup anymore, though I love doing makeup.
You don't need to.
I'm so excited to capture everything for it. Because that's the funner side of
Absolutely.
things.
I think that too, but I also love building the sets. Like, I have so much fun with that stuff.
I like
Uh,
planning it out.
I,
Like
I,
I'll do it all day on my Sims.
mm-hmm.
I'll do it all day, and then I'll be like, there you go,
Let's do
figure it
it.
out.
um, all right. Movie chat says, I'm not well versed in werewolves. I'm basically a vampire girl. When I was younger, I was strictly like vampires only. I'm not really a
Same.
big zombie fan because there's only so much you could do with zombies. Although one of my favorite zombie flicks is City of the Living Dead, which we are going to be doing on the stream, and I'll make sure tonight Paige can be there because that's a good one because that actually has like a backstory to it. They're not just like the typical zombie story, but like I used to be strictly vampires, and then I was like, you know what? I gotta study the werewolf lore, and I started looking into it, and so it was pretty rad. Like, I think vampires and werewolves are really cool. And then I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and stuff like that, and they have like I'm talking about the regular one, not that Bloodlines 2 bullshit that's out now, which is a complete disgrace to the whole lore. But they had like a beastly vampire that kind of was a mixture of a werewolf too. That was cool. Teen Wolf was guilty pleasure, the Michael J. Fox one, not the Jason Bateman one. Ah, yes, yes,
Yes.
we will be bringing up Teen Wolf as well. So, the werewolf lore actually starts back in like prehistoric and ancient beliefs, guys. Like, this is like really old, like really, really old. And movie chat wanted to know a little bit more about this, so I took my time to take a couple notes that I am going to be reading from because this was a lot for me to memorize, and I still have mom brain. So, if you see me reading, I'm reading my notes. So, the early humans feared predators and believed warriors could take on animal spirits. So, and how they knew this, they found cave drawings where they had like masks and stuff to ward off these animal transformations that they believed were happening in the woods. So that's actually pretty interesting to know that it goes back as far as caveman days that this lore came about. And then in Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh, a goddess turns a shepherd into a wolf, one of the earliest written werewolf stories. The term lycanthropy came about in ancient Greece. The Howling is a great one. I was actually just watching that one. Have you ever seen the Howling page? It's from I believe that's the one from 1981.
I don't believe so.
Let me
No.
see. I think I have the werewolf from it. Here, let me see. The Howling. Yeah, it's from 1981. I just watched that one on Tubi. I absolutely love that one.
Oh, if it's on Tubi, then I'm gonna have to watch it then. I'll watch it tonight.
Absolutely watch it. I think you'd like it. I think Steven would like it too. But their werewolf kind of looks.
Okay, yep, I've seen that one. Yes.
It's got Dee Wallace in it, so that one's a very good one. Very, very good one. Absolutely love it. And then there's a lot of different ones when we come to medieval Europe. In the church, they believed that werewolves were a sign of the devil and moral corruption, and curses and pacts with Satan. And then you got people thinking that they were doing magic to shapeshift.
She's a witch.
Yeah. And then in Eastern European lore, they were tied to vampires. A werewolf might become a vampire after death or vice versa. Some believe that werewolves were actually protectors, not monsters. So that's a little twist on it. And the full moon myth actually did not start becoming popular until the 18th and 19th century and was cemented in by Hollywood films, not actual ancient folklore. So if you actually look back in the old lore, if you really want to dig deeper than these notes, mind you, I'm just doing cliff notes of it because there's a lot and we would be here for hours if we went through everything. You will not find the full moon myth, which I thought was shocking because I would think because that would be one of the main things, but it was not. So, modern werewolves. In the 19th century literature, werewolves shifted from sinners to tragic victims. Themes of duality, repression, and loss of control emerged. So, it was kind of like, a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 1886, influenced werewolf psychology. So, they were kind of making it where the more human side, where like we all are fighting like human anger and stuff like that. So it became more, of that human element versus the vampires kind of went like, give me your soul, baby. Especially in the 92 Dracula. It got a little weird.
Yeah, vampires were known to be more seductive, seducing. Agreed. Yes. Agreed.
Tom, how's it going?
Hi, Tom.
Like the Oliver Reed werewolf movie. Yes, we will be bringing up movie posters and iconic werewolf movies soon. We were just going over some of the lore. So then fast forward to Hollywood and pop culture. The classic film era, the Wolfman 1941 established silver as a weakness to werewolves, full moon transformation, and the cursed but sympathetic werewolf. And then we see when we get to the 1980s, An American Werewolf in London and The Howling was more body horror. And then in the 2000s, Underworld and Twilight stylized and romanticized and made them more like heroic in a way. So modern interpretations today, werewolves can be curses, genetic conditions, metaphors for trauma, addiction, rage, or identity. Heroes, villains, or anti-heroes is what we mainly see in the modern day. And the core themes that never change: dual nature, human versus beast, loss of control, fear of the animal within, and society's fear of outsiders. So that's kind of like where it began.
So I'm a werewolf is all that.
I think we all can be. Werewolves just wanted to kill and eat. Vampires were more interested in playing with their food. Exactly. And that's what's interesting, too, is, like, I find as I got older, the werewolf lore is more attractive to me because I feel like you understand, like, how much beastly energy you have when you have to go through the ups and downs of life. And when in high school, you're like, vampires are so cool, look at me, you know what I mean? Like, we're all that, like, that innocent little, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally different. It's strange how much interest in the different horror realms as I've aged. You know, 30s me and 12-year-old me or 16-year-old me are very different person in the lores now, and I appreciate different movies
You
now.
were
And
quite literally Team Edward, Team Jacob between those two.
yeah,
Yourself now and yourself then.
yeah. Like the thing, I just find the werewolf lore just more interesting.
Hmm.
Honestly, I
It's
think
more relatable, more you can do more with it, in
yeah.
my
Whereas like
understanding.
the vampire thing, it's like, okay, but why do I want to do this? Like why do I, at least you get to be like a really cool beast in front of the moon, like, so for films. The foundations of the werewolf film started in the 1930s and the 1940s. We started with the 1935 flick The Werewolf of London. It's the first Hollywood mainstream werewolf. It introduced the tragic and cursed man trope, and I got where is it? I have so many movie posters saved on my computer. I'm just going to find it on. I
At this
forget to
point, I
label them.
just imagine you with a bunch of different drives.
Yes, because I also am an editor, so I have them a lot. But we're gonna take a look at this poster, but I want to actually bring it up so you guys can actually see it. So here we are. Let's share a screen. So this is the art for the first ever werewolf movie, The Werewolf in London from 1935. And again, we see the wonderful yellow font. We get this like artistic way. Wasn't the first Wolfman Lon Chaney? Lon Chaney Jr. played Wolfman in 1941. I don't believe Lon Chaney Sr. ever played the Wolfman. But this one, it's funny. Beware the stalking being half human, half beast. I really like these old movie posters because not only do they have like a sense of class to them, but they're literally bringing you in to like what the movie's about, right? And especially you got to think about 1935. None of this shit was ever made, right? So you're walking down, and all of a sudden you see this. You're like, whoa, I'm intrigued, but also, should I bring a priest with me? You know what I'm saying?
You're
Movie,
intrigued because of all of the color and the contrast as
yeah,
well, and the textures that they use just within the eye to bring you in. Um,
right.
I really like that, where it kind of, if you're thinking of like the rule of threes in a sense, it all
You
comes
didn't
through.
know there was a Werewolf of London movie? Yes, it's actually considered the first one. And it is a 1935 movie, so don't expect like too much, but it's really short too. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. But the plot for this one is directed by Stuart Walker, and the plot for this one is after a botanist, Wilfred Glendon, travels to Tibet in search of a rare flower, the Marifasa, he returns to London haunted by murders that can only be the work of a bloodthirsty werewolf. And, they listed it as a dark fantasy and a werewolf horror. So if you do look it up, make sure that you have it listed under that. Because if you just put werewolf movie, sometimes it pops up and sometimes it doesn't. And the tagline was Beware, terror strikes in the night. Who thinks that we're missing out on taglines in the modern movies? I think we are. Can you guys all agree
I
on that?
miss them, yeah.
I just I can't get over how we don't use them anymore.
I use
It's
them for my business all the time.
absolutely. But like especially like movie trailers, then now first of all, the modern movie trailers ruin the whole movie, and then like there's no tagline. I miss the guy with the weird voice. I was like, can you believe we're in a world that this is happening? You know what I mean? Like give me
Morgan Freeman,
something.
9 out of 10 times. Yes.
But and that werewolves movie that came out recently, oh my goodness, I have a review of that on my channel. That was a piece of crap. That was not good. But yeah, definitely check it out, ATL. I think you might like it. And we're probably going to be doing a lot of these movies on the panel nights. So keep an eye out if you want to join us. And then, of course, we have the 1941 Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr. This became basically the blueprint for the modern ones we have. It did the full moon, the silver cane, the sympathetic monster, and Lon Chaney defines the modern werewolf forever. So this movie became the one that all of ours was based off of. They kind of wanted to keep him as a human, and we're actually gonna be watching this on the panel in a couple weekends. Actually, let me see. I think it's actually coming up soon. And you'll see what I mean when I say there's like such a human element to it. And Lon Chaney Jr. does a great job. We are watching it on the 24th, so I don't want to ruin too much about this movie because I know Paige, you said you didn't see that one.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
This is another Universal one. It has those abrupt stops, kind of like Frankenstein and Frankenstein's Bride. But I think you're going to enjoy it and see a lot of things you could use in your photography because there's a lot of cool stuff in it, and I think you're going to enjoy that. And I hope you enjoy these.
I do. Why do you think I'm always coming back?
Yeah. Movie Chat says it's actually shocking to me that Lon Chaney Jr. one is the one that solidified the werewolves for the modern time. I thought for sure it would be much older than that. I don't think that there was actually a silent movie based on werewolves because people were so focused on like other things like Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Phantom of the Opera. We're going to be doing the 1925 Phantom of the Opera too. Have you watched that one through?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
I have.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'm so glad. I can't wait to do that one. To hear everybody's actual thoughts on that one. That one I'm obsessed with. I love Lon Chaney Sr. Davey, hey my friend. Hey everyone, An American Werewolf in London is my favorite, best transformation scene ever, although the Howling's transformation comes close. I agree with you there. Both The Howling and American Werewolf in London are awesome. Paige, have you ever seen American Werewolf in London?
I'm not.
We are going to have to do that. You will be in awe of Rick Baker's work in that one. Like,
okay.
That one is so chilling because whenever you watch it, you can feel it happening to you. It is so freaking good.
What year is that one, if you don't mind me asking?
Hold on. Let me take a look. I don't want to say the wrong year. I know it's 1980.
So it would be the one that Michael Jackson
1981.
used for his Thriller, right? Or what he based it off of?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know much about Michael Jackson, to be honest with you.
I know that it was one of... I used to be really, really into all of that. He did in all of his music videos and stuff, and I can't...
But
my brain's not letting me remember.
I wonder if I can show you at least the transformation. It won't ruin the whole movie because, like, you know, so I could show you.
No, it's that you're gonna ruin the whole movie. It's gonna just be that one snippet. It's the whole movie.
Sometimes people don't like it when I show snippets because they're like, it's gonna ruin it. No, it doesn't. It's just a little bit of an example.
Girl, it'd be a miracle if I even remember it.
Let me make sure that this is the right one and not somebody commentating. Okay, yeah, okay. So we're gonna... Hey, Edie, what's up? Came out in 1981. I love Lon and the Alligator People. Yes. Yep. HEL says yes. MJ used the same makeup artist, and John Landis directed the movie and the MJ video. You were correct.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
So I knew something.
You know stuff. You know stuff.
It jumbles around in there sometimes.
I am muting this so we don't get in trouble, but this is one of the best werewolf transformations. And then we'll go back to talk about the older ones as well, because everybody brings this up. It's just... he's just chilling.
And it just randomly comes on. He's like, I'm reading a book.
So fantastic. The makeup in this is absolutely amazing, and that's why I can't wait to show you this full movie. He's all like, hey, here's my butt. And I mean, bravo to the actor for making it believable too, because he's watching this shit happen and you're like, See, when I see that, I can feel it on my own hand. Like, I don't know about you, but I can feel it.
Yeah, I just feel like my hand going like this. Yeah. And I'm like, no.
Look at how freaking cool this is.
Although it might feel nice for your hand to like stretch.
Maybe. Yes, Tom, that's correct. No CGI was used in this. So it makes it even better. And
that's the thing is I don't understand how they did this. Like I know they let us stop and go to add, but
and also Rick Baker did the makeup for this, so if you definitely follow him on Instagram because he talks a lot about all of his past makeup jobs. He is like the Bob Ross of special effects artists. I can listen to him talk all day because he's like, well, then we added a little blood, and it's just he's so relaxing to listen to. So I absolutely, girl, if you need something to listen to while you're doing boring stuff, definitely check it out. Transcription alone makes the movie, but there's so much more there to it. You'll love it, Paige. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm excited. Showing her this isn't gonna ruin it because there's just, like you said, there's so much more to it. So we are going to be doing more werewolf movies on the panel too. So definitely we will be doing this one. And as always, when movies we can't share together on here, if you have the Discord, you can come over there and watch if you don't have a copy yourself. But look at all this crap, girl. Like, this is awesome.
Wild.
When I first saw this, I like hopped out of my chair. I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And then I just like researched everything about the movie. But I'll save that for like a more in-depth thing when we're just doing that movie. So I won't ruin it for everybody. But yeah, that is that iconic transformation.
That's very impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
And, like I said, I love it because it makes you feel like you're in his position. Like, it really draws you in. So, American Werewolf in London was the first horror comedy I remember seeing. Nice, ATL! I can't imagine how cool that is to see that movie in the theaters, though, like, on the big screen. Like, yes, everything about that film is fantastic. The storyline, even, like, the little comedic side of it, you know, everything about it. I think you're going to really enjoy it, and I look forward to showing it to you. And, you know, just it just gets me pumped up exposing people to those movies. I get really hyper, can't you tell? I'm like, yes!
I know, I'm the best person because it's either I know something or I don't know anything.
Yeah, and
usually I'm the one that's showing people things, so it's interesting to be in the other seat.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like you show me a lot of cool stuff that I never know either. So that's where
like I say, it's nice to be in the other seat for once.
Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the alternate poster to Werewolf of London.
Ooh, I like this. I think this one's my favorite.
This is from the 1935 one. I like this one too. I forgot. I finally was looking at my desktop. I'm like, wait, I can see them better. Yes, Jack's neck skin dangler. That is the makeup in American Werewolf in London just makes me queasy, and I love it. I love it. It makes me queasy in the best way. It is so great. You're in love with Jenny Agutter, yeah. So yeah, this is the other one for that one. And then we travel on down to, where is it? Come on, girl. You literally just had it. Okay, I will screen share again. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason my computer didn't make the folder of all the movie art, and I wanted to show it because that was a suggestion not only by Tom but also Movie Chat to show more of the movie art. So I figured, any Wolfen fans out there, it's all mood and atmosphere, very different than other werewolf movies. I actually don't think I've seen that one, to be honest. I still have a lot of werewolf movies to catch up on. So this came out in Movie Chat. Davey says they are Wolfen fans.
My little nuggets, so proud of them.
Yeah, show more visuals. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, my friend. I'm working on a whole different things. Posters and promo. Yeah. This one, 1943, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. This is a cross-pollination of universal monsters, and the Wolfman becomes immortal in his suffering. So this is when we start seeing kind of like the campy monster versus monster sort of thing, but it worked out with these monsters in a way. Really fun. Again, love the font, love the style, love the yellow is drawing you in. We've got the classic damsel in distress on Frankenstein there. So what are your thoughts on this one, Paige? The poster.
At first I was just like, what the heck? And I'm like, well, no, this is literally the very first of what Marvel was.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like that's how I see it, where I'm just like, oh wow, that reminds me of what we have now. And like, you know, looking back, yeah, some of it's a little campy, but at the same time, like at that time, that's like what the Marvel universe was to us.
I agree.
So
Movie Chat says, I actually love this poster. I like Frankenstein beating Wolfman's ass. It looks to me like it could go either or, honestly.
Yeah, I mean he's very reminiscent to the Hulk to me. Yeah. So I'm like, anytime I see green big man, I'm like, oh, so he's gonna just smash. Cool.
Wolfen was pretty good. A lot of werewolf movies in the early 80s. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Movie night.
Absolutely, we will. So now we're going to be getting to the 50s and 60s, and this is where rarity and reinvention came along, and we get this dorky movie, but where is it? I'm sorry, I'm making weird faces at you guys. I Was a Teenage Werewolf. This came out in 1957, and it was talk about teen rebellion. So it was more about, you know, talking about how teens were not wanting to be perfect and prim and proper, and basically following like a theme of the curse of puberty, like your child is going to turn into a monster, kind of like parent propaganda kind of crap. You know, so it's pretty good though. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. But the poster itself kind of looks kind of on the modern side, right? Because it's kind of got that, to me, even though this came out in 57, it's got that like 70s vibe to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the girl, and you got the claw going, but then you still have that classic font.
I really like this poster a lot, just because it has that modern vibe, but classic at the same time.
And I think Teen Wolf was basically a remake. Yes, absolutely. This one is going to be fun to watch with the panel, because I can't wait to see Mage's reaction to it. Just because when it comes to older movies, he gets really goofy, and I don't know why.
See, I'm equally excited to see everyone else's reactions, as they all seem to be excited for mine now.
And then in the 60s, we got really weird. Werewolf in a girl's dormitory. Kind of got a little bit of, you know,
saucy
vibes going on. You know, we got this beauties, the prey of a monster's desires. You know, we kind of got this kind of creepy thing going on. But then again, remember, it's the 60s, so that's when all that is. ATL says, my parents grew up in the 50s, and this and The Blob they used to talk about. Really? Did they like these movies? The Blob, oh my gosh. We gotta share that.
It's been so long since I heard anything about The Blob. I remember hearing it.
We are going to be doing a original versus remake month soon.
Okay.
Which means we'll be watching the originals and then the remake the next day. So like a Friday we'll watch an original, and then Saturday night we'll watch the remake. And we're going to be doing some really cool stuff with it. Really cool stuff. I can't wait.
Okay.
80 says, boobs! This one kind of started to get into the saucy territory. And then we have a Hammer film. Now, Paige, you were talking the other day about how you love colors and color
Yeah.
schemes.
Hmm.
And you said you haven't watched a lot of Hammer horror.
No, I haven't.
So
No.
that's definitely something. I'm gonna pick a few of the top ones and share it for you, and we'll do those as recorded episodes because we did
Yeah.
do a huge Hammer horror year basically on the panel already. Um, Curse of the Werewolf. This came out in 1961. This is a Hammer horror classic starring Oliver Reed. It's gothic, it's violent, and it's tragic. It's again, it pulls at the heartstrings. It's got beautiful color schemes, beautiful set. Oliver Reed is amazing. Tom says, love this movie. Absolutely. I can't wait to revisit it with Paige here. Yes, you did say it out loud, Adi, but I wouldn't expect anything less.
Say it louder.
You also shout bridal fluid, okay? So, Curse of the Werewolf, fantastic film. I don't understand why at the time, like, people were iffy about it. It is amazing. I think you're going to really enjoy this one when we get to it. And again, when Hammer Horror came around, you will also notice, Paige, that a lot of their title cards were like painted, so it's a very cool vibe. It's gothic horror, so I also have to show you the Frankenstein version from Hammer as well because
If it has the more note cards, then I think I've seen it in my film class way back.
Hammer horror is usually touched on in film class, yes, but the Frankensteins from Hammer horror, after we're watching the Frankensteins from Universal and the modern one on Saturday, you could see the different direction, but also it's cool how they saw the monster, and Peter Cushing is a really great Dr. Frankenstein. Oliver Reed was amazing, absolutely. And Tom, you're doing the Roger call, so just beware. Oliver Reed was truly tormented by the curse you feel for him. Exactly. This movie, you feel for him. You feel attached. You feel sorry for him. Even at the end there, you're just like, oh my gosh. Like, it actually... Hammer did a great job, even when their vampire movies, they used Christopher Lee as Dracula, stuff like that. The only one that didn't pull at your heartstrings, but I do want to show you anyway because it's fucking hilarious, is the Seven Golden Vampires, because it's a vampire kung fu movie. And I will show that to you as well as a recorded episode. But Oliver Reed, fantastic. You're gonna love every bit of this. I would be shocked. Anybody that I've shown this movie to, they're like, I can't believe I never gave it a chance, because especially creative people. I could see why people who like strictly like body horror may not like it, but this is like emotive and it just oozes everything, and he did phenomenal, and you'll see really why Tom and everybody this
captures you.
Offerings, yes, yes, everything about Hammer horror does catch you just because of how it's set up, and they use a lot of their sets too, so it's kind of like they really do pull you into their universe. It's the best. It's the best versus vampire movie. Yeah. So then we move to the 1970s here, guys, and this is where it gets a little bit, psychological and gritty. And trust me, there's several in these decades, but I'm just touching on the top few here, just so you guys could see how long this lore really went on. What am I doing? There you go. 1973. That one I do have. I do have that picture. Yes. The Kung Fu is the worst. So bad it's good. That is my favorite, though, and I can't wait to show her. So in the 70s, we started getting into, like, political satire monster movies. You got this basic stuff. I could do with or without this one. I'm not too crazy about it. But, we're starting to get into that 70s where things were getting more psychological, more gritty, more in your face a little bit, tongue-in-cheek. We see everything go more towards the modern one. And then we have... No. Please don't play. Please don't play. I gotta get a better version.
We are having technical difficulties.
No, it's just my dumbass keeps pressing the play button on things I don't need to be pressing the play button on.
Oh, well, don't do that.
I will try not
Easy.
to. Absolutely. This poster's kind of a little bit all over the place. This was The Legend of the Werewolf from 1975. This one is more of a Victorian melodrama and it's folklore heavy, so if you really enjoy that. Peter Cushing is in this one. So if you are a fan of Peter Cushing, I totally recommend it. I don't mind this one, but this poster kind of drives me nuts.
I like it, but then I don't at the same time.
It's a
Like
mixed bag for
I
me.
like the green, but then it also drives me insane.
Yeah, like I don't know why. And I'm glad you're picking that up. Tom, you've never seen this one. The plot for this one, Paris, 19th century, a man who has been raised by wolves works at a zoo. But on a full night, he transforms into a dangerous beast. Professor Paul is in charge of hunting him down as the young man develops an obsession for a prostitute. So it's got that 70s grit to it.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
And of course,
Okay.
Peter Cushing plays Dr. Paul. So, you know, Peter Cushing's always the person that comes to save the day in it. It's got that 70s weirdness to it. It's not one of my top favorite werewolf movies, but it's actually good to have in your collection. I could be biased though because I am a Peter Cushing fan, and I personally think even if the movie is bad around him, for example, the 7 Golden Globes of Vampires, he can carry it and still be a watchable movie. Werewolves on Wheels is a 70s guilty pleasure. I forgot all about that one, dude. You also have Jack Nicholson in Wolf. I saw that in the cinema. Yes, and he was very good at that. HEL says, I feel like in the 70s we went from made-up fantasy monsters to real things killing us. Sharks, people, piranhas. I agree. There was definitely a shift from these monster creature features to real-life horror because
they were like, oh, people really like getting scared. Okay, well, how about now?
So, and now we're getting to the 1980s, which has been nominated as the golden age of werewolf movies. And of course, we've already seen the transformation for this one, but now we gotta look at the movie poster. An American Werewolf in London. Now, this movie poster is basically stripped down. It's very basic, but eye-popping at the same time.
It's the red.
It's the red jacket. It's the subtle red jacket. You're looking at him, and then you're reading the I almost said lyrics. Wow, I'm still on Tuesday, guys. Sorry. You're reading the title. It's very eye-popping, very catchy. You could kind of see what the movie's about in such a subtle way. It's not ruining everything. Like, I'm sorry, but the modern horror movie posters have really taken out the mystery of it. So this one is often cited as the greatest werewolf movie ever made. It was groundbreaking in its transformation effects, and it's a horror plus dark comedy done absolutely right, which I agree with the critics on that one. So movie chat, if you guys are getting used to these movies, definitely check this one out. And then of course, the next big one is The Howling. Oh boy. Oh, mercy, mercy. What are you doing? Why is that popping up? Sorry, guys. I gotta do this again. I had them all in a folder, and then they stopped being in that folder, and now they're all over the place, and it's driving me nuts. So, we're just going to... There it is. Okay. Poster! Movie poster! For The Howling. We're kind of getting more modern now. Getting more modern. This one's more feral. It's nihilistic. It's a little bit more adult. And it leaned more into the body horror. Davy James says, can Cat People 1982 be considered It's Cats but the same thing? And a true cult classic. Tom says, I prefer 1943 Cat People. We will be doing the 43 version of Cat People on a watch along Thursday real soon, my friend. I guess it could be considered.
I mean, it's in the same realm, just like cat and dog. You know, cats versus dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Cat people versus dog people. Haven't even gotten the step up to vampires versus werewolves now.
Oh gosh, yeah. But I ended up finding Rin again. Oh, good! I can't wait. I can't wait. I really need to do my proper deep dive on that one too. The Howling poster. I like it too. Simplistic, not too crazy. Less is more. Number one rule. And this is where we're starting to get a little bit more modern, but not the basic blue that we have
I miss
today.
movie posters like this.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I really do.
It looks like it's coming at you.
Yeah, it
grabs
looks
your
like it's
attention.
coming at you.
If you were walking down a movie store or whatever, this cover would stick out at you.
But that's what it used to be, is you wanted to grab people's attention as they were busy doing something else.
Exactly. And then we have another one. We have... This was brought up by everybody. Wolfen, 1981. This was more urban, spiritual, and socially conscious. It's a very different kind of wolf movie. I have not seen this one yet, and I will be looking into it. But poster-wise, would stop you dead in your tracks. It kind of looks like the front end of Christine to me, if I'm honest, with the eyes being the headlights.
It almost looks like a bear to me, so...
But I dig that one. And everybody in the chat, there's the proper movie poster. Okay, so then we move forward here. Hold on. Not that one. That one we already did. Share this tab instead. We got the Silver Bullet. This is the Stephen King adaptation. A small town paranoia and a killer point of view. So, you said you don't know a lot of Stephen King, right?
I'm touch and go with Stephen King.
Me too. It's not everything I like, and he's a piece of work, but Silver Bullet is actually a really good movie, and the poster itself, we kind of have that classic title.
Looks like a book.
Yeah.
It looks like a book.
It really does.
So when you say Stephen King, I'm like, okay, understood. Like,
yeah, absolutely. The late 70s was also when the MPAAR rating for gore started, throwing a lot of horror to 18+ audiences. No PG-13 in the 80s, so the movies became more mature in their plots. That is absolutely true as well. And Davey says, them yawns are contagious. Please stop.
I'm trying so hard. I'm so sorry.
Just kidding. I'm trying to, Movie Chat says, I've seen the Stephen King adaptation, but I agree with Paige. He's hit or miss. He is hit or miss. I don't understand the fanatics of his universe. Some of his books that I've read, I'm just like, there's not enough drugs in the world that would make me write this. Especially if you actually read the book It. I highly don't recommend that to be in your high school library. Now after I read it, I understood why my librarian kind of gave me a weird look. But then we move on to Teen Wolf, which ATL said was his favorite. 1985 version, pop culture fun, cemented the werewolf as a metaphor for adolescence. So, we have a lot of that going on since the 50s, it seems. It started to bring more into, like, the human nature, whereas 30s and 40s, monster, creature feature. And then as we go on, it gets more into how can we make it more human and gnarly. And now we're getting into the 1990s, where they kind of went more for, like, style. And, we kind of had that weird, like, gothic stuff growing up. Is it just me, or did any of you guys, let me see, people from my age group, you can't tell me that I was the only one in the 90s where, like, you went out to the living room and your parents had candles lit and they were listening to Gregorian chants for, like, a month and then it disappeared. Like, it can't just happen to me, right? Like, that fucking happened, okay? It did. Movie chat, my older sister said that happened. Good, okay, I'm not crazy. Somebody else, movie chat, my brother said the same thing. Okay. The 90s were a weird time to be alive because you had that weird new age, you got the Gregorian chant thing, you got the goth thing going on, you had a whole bunch of crap going on. I call it the hangover decade from the 80s, honestly, because they partied so hard in the 80s and the 90s, they just didn't know what to do. Because I could tell, I'm so glad other people know what I'm talking about. Because that totally
I have
happened.
no idea. Not
Totally
born 95,
happened.
have no idea.
I was born in 91, and I remember it was so weird because my parents and their friends, they were so obsessed with Gregorian chants for like a month. And then it just disappeared.
How does that come about? Like, the internet wasn't even really a
That's
thing.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Movie chat. You have tattoos? I do. I've got Clive over here. I got this done by a woman who thought her microwave was listening to her iTunes. And I've got these two done by my friend Katie, and that's the only ones that I've got.
I've got a bunch.
I just got too lazy and I don't feel like sitting in the chair anymore.
I fall asleep in the chair, so
You want to forget the 90s, Tom? Not many good memories? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, Tom. I hope you can at least have a laugh at my weird experiences that I had, okay? Let's not bring up any bad memories, my friend. We're not here for that. We're here to just hang out and have a good time.
90s were all about Beanie Babies to me. That's the only thing that mattered. Beanie Babies and NSYNC.
Oh, I was a Backstreet Boys girl. I couldn't stand NSYNC.
It's because you're a little bit older, okay?
That is true.
Just a little bit.
That is true. Just a smidgen.
Just a smidgen.
HOWL says there was a period in the early 80s that Gregorian chants were popular, very brief. And then it just happened in the 90s too. It was so freaking weird. It was so weird. I remember getting a cup of water and they're all just doing that for like a month. And I'm just like, oh. 90s? Yes. Okay. I'm not nuts. See, it happened. 90s was all grunge for me. I used to sing Man in the Box in my car seat because I was young, okay? You were in Navy. I must have missed the Gregorian chants, lucky you. It was on MTV. Yeah. It was like really weird because they went from listening to the Tea Party and Typo Negative to Gregorian chants and Enya. And I was like, what is going on? And then Y2K happened when I was a kid and everybody was panicking. And I was like,
I remember that.
And I'm just like, I'm just like, what is happening?
Literally been me since 1999. Like,
oh gosh.
Every year I'm just sitting here like.
To quote my grandmother when she gets confused by everything. What a world. Mashed potatoes.
Close enough to have a potato.
Now, if you guys ever wonder why, like, you know, I say spooky potatoes and stuff, it's because my grandmother would always be like, what a world. Mashed potatoes. When she gets confused. It was basically her kind way of saying, oh shit. Then we got the movie poster for The Wolf, which has been brought up too. This is the Jack Nicholson one.
Okay, I know this one.
He kind of brought a sensuality to the werewolves, which I can't believe it. That makes me cringe to say because oh my god, I cannot picture Jack Nicholson trying to get it. Oh my god, no. I actually did a poll not too long ago, and I was like, are there actually any like people out here that used to think Jack Nicholson was hot? And believe it or not, there is a fan club of girls that write Jack Nicholson fanfics to sleep with them, and I'm like, I'm going to delete my search history now.
Jail. Straight to jail.
Jail.
Straight to jail.
Picture is his facial expressions from The Shining, and I'm like, really? You're like that? Like, whatever. I watched The Shining before I saw him in Tim Burton's Batman. So when I saw the Joker, I'm just like, Johnny? Yeah. No. Now, Jack Nicholson is actually one of my favorite actors. I just don't want to picture him doing the naughty. Okay, that's just the thing. So this one started bringing like corporate predator themes. It was more like modern, and I do love this art because it's very classic. She was right about the potatoes. She is. So that now you guys kind of know. I not only get it from the Soul Dark
Wise
House.
words.
It's just a thing.
Wise words.
Wolf was great. I thought one of the best actors ever playing Werewolf. Can't get better. Yeah, I agree. He has the face for it. I just don't understand those women that were writing spicy fan fiction about the man. And the thing is, they weren't writing spicy fan fiction about like his characters. They were writing about Jack, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
It's also the same thing when I hear people be like, "Oh, I love Jack Black. Like I find him so hot." I'm like,
are we looking at the same doctor?
I'm like, okay.
You know what? Whatever. What a world, mashed potatoes.
I'm like, he's funny. He'd have me laughing all day, but okay, I like this. I like this poster a lot.
We got Bad Moon now. This one's from 1996. I actually enjoyed this movie. This one is more underrated. People don't bring it up too much. It's very brutal and it's very wolf-centric. So it concentrates more on the beast. And that's why I like it. It's a very, very good movie. Highly recommend it. It should be up on Tubi still.
Okay.
Movie Chat, definitely give it a look-see for as far as like 90s movies go. I think you could really use this for inspiration for your stuff. The Batmans all blend together at this point. If you bring this up when Gills is on the panel, you are going to hear it, man. Just a warning.
Is that the trigger button? I just have to say Batman.
What is the one with Hopkins? Are you talking about Van Helsing, Underworld, that kind of stuff? Or are you talking about Dracula? No. That's a good one. They're all blending together. Mute Movie Chat. Movie Chat says, we need to just put Paige in a werewolf movie. Why?
I mean, when I have my claws, basically the same thing. You wake me up in the middle of my nappy poo. You basically get the same thing.
They said because I want to watch her face as a person changes into a werewolf in front of her. We love her animated face. Oh, well, they want to sacrifice you to a werewolf because they want to get some memes from you. There you go. Those are your nuggets.
I love it. My little nuggets. They're the best. So proud.
We enter the 2000s. Now, the 2000s, I didn't really watch too many just because it's the 2000s. And, yeah, I'm a vintage girl. Not going to lie. We've got Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps. This is a feminist horror classic. It's about puberty rage and sisterhood. And apparently it was listed as one of the most important werewolf films ever. I could do without it. To me, it's not that important.
I couldn't get through 5 minutes of it. So.
I couldn't either. This would actually be on one of my top worst film list, actually. I just couldn't get into it no matter how much I tried. However, poster-wise, it's giving me, I know this came out like in 2000, so it has like that late 90s feel to it.
It's giving me like precursors to Catwoman. Yes. Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Never seen it, Tom. You're not going to miss anything if you don't see this movie, but I mean, like, I know a lot of people, Werewolves in the Traveling Pants, ATL says. I just couldn't get into it. I just found them very whiny. The whole story was kind of a bit too whiny for my fancy. If I want to watch something with wolves, I want creature feature. I want something going on. And honestly, why the hell would I want to watch something about puberty rage and sisterhood it in the werewolf form. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a douche.
We're
I don't
broken.
know.
We're broken.
I just
Same.
I couldn't get into it. Now, the next one that was brought up on the must-see list, and I'm trying to get the good movie poster here because they have variations of it, and it's not getting bigger for me, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. Dog Soldiers from 2002. I'm used to 2025. Oh my goodness.
It did work later for Twilight, definitely.
Twilight.
I heard.
Gosh.
I don't know how this is gonna go, but I heard. What's her name? Kirsten Stewart is gonna try to remake it. So we'll see how that goes.
Why? Can't it just die?
You tortured by it.
Like, who the fuck is asking for that? Like, is there really, like, people out there asking? Like, I'm sorry, but, like, no. Like, you know, I was a senior in high school when those books, like, were, like, super, super big. And my damn English teacher made us read the frickin' books. And I was like, why are we it made me want to drop out of school so bad. I was just like, I can't. This is such a shitty read. And then it's like all my friends, of course, are opposite. They're like, well, honey, you're being such a pain in the ass. And I'm like, I just can't get it. Like, if I want gnarly monsters, he is not a vampire. He's Tinkerbell, okay? And he's fighting a dog, okay? Stop it. And also, don't you find it creepy? Okay, here's another creepy thing too, okay? Here's another thing, alright? I know. Movie chat is like, I'm going. Yeah, I have happy tea. I'm wound, okay? Don't you find it a little Chris Hansen-like, okay? This dude is like 400 years old, right? He's sparkling, he's been all yes queen, and instead of like finding someone of age, he's going to high school to find the love of his life? Like, bro, Chris Hansen that shit. Alright? Like, there's something wrong. She could have at least wrote it that they were in college. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. I just had to rant because that's where my mind went when I was reading the book. When I was reading the book, I was like, "We need to call To Catch a Predator because there's something wrong." If I was a 400-year-old vampire, okay, I would not be looking for prey or a lover or anything like that in high school. I'm sorry, but no. Are you okay? Did I break Paige? Yes, Tom.
The way that Twilight is your trigger button is so funny to me.
Oh, just wait. The more you're on the panel, you'll see a lot. You should see you should see it when somebody tries to reference Enter Sandman or Halloween Ends. I lose my shit.
That's it. I'm coming the next time. I'm coming in with the Twilight T-shirt. Fuck it.
Paige lost. Buffy was 16 in the show, and yet Ancient Vampire fell for yeah, okay, thank you, Davey. Yes, you get what I mean. So we need to Chris Hansen that shit. Like, to me, it's weird. It's weird, you know? Like, holy crap. Like, you've been around for that long, and you're just like, damn, I need that 16-year-old ass. Like, that's fucking weird, okay? I'm sorry. Watch this be a short that StreamYard catches, too.
Me just dying.
ATL says Twilight was really creepy, a Judy Blume vampire book. And he says, wow, Paige, nice nails.
Thank you.
Sorry for that rant, guys. I just, you know. Dog Soldiers came out in 2002. I love you guys. Tom's probably like, why am I watching this stream right now? No, I'm just kidding.
It just is what it is. It's fine.
It's more of a military siege horror, and it has relentless pacing. Now, my dude was the first one to show me this movie, and we watched it on Tubi not too long ago. And, you know, it says the most explosive and purely enjoyable horror debut since The Evil Dead, and I agree with that. I was very pleased with this movie. And you all know how I'm a big fan of
Hey God, it's me, Bella.
Dog soldiers. Dog soldiers is Mercy Tom approved. We're wilding tonight. I hope you guys are having a good time in the chat. I'm happy you're here.
I need life support.
Steven's probably like, what is going on in there?
Oh no, he's just watching me from the bed. It's fine.
Who do I choose? God. So then we get to 2024. Wow, 2004.
I've seen this one.
I actually like this one, okay? It's a hit or miss with a lot of the horror fans. And it's kind of like, you know, the critics say it's like a monster mash. There's a bit of everything going on, but I found it really nice. The issue with me is I think the poster could have been a little bit better, but again, that was speaking for the times. It's too matrixy, yeah, sure you are, ATL. He says he's done.
No, keep going.
80 like the house thing, yeah. Yeah, I thought this was a good one. It's just movie poster wise, I think because of the monster mash that it was, I think that would have been really cool to take a little bit of the vintage style of the 30s and 40s and mix it maybe with like the Hammer-esque of the 50s and 60s to really make it pop, because this would get lost to me. Okay. CGI sucked, but a good premise. Yes. Now I'm a stickler for the whole CGI thing because I'm more of a special effects girl myself, camera trick girl myself. But like you said, good premise. Van Helsing was like John Wick for vampires. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for 2004, it's not too bad, but movie poster wise, I would totally, this is too...
I would walk past it without even having a problem.
Me too.
It gets lost.
Movie chat says, I actually like the green of this, which the green color isn't the problem.
It's just how everything else is
presented, and it looks like I said, it looks like the Matrix. It looks like they're cosplaying the Matrix. Hey, Wyatt. He was singing in his sleep, guys.
But with cowboy hats and trench coats.
So, but I actually did enjoy this one. I remember renting it from my gas station. We used to do that, kids, in the movie chat. We used to actually rent our movies. It was really fun. That needs to make a comeback. I think people would like it.
I mean, by the way that everything's going with Netflix and all that, yeah, let's do that.
Everybody picked on me for physical media. Girl, when you come up here and you see, like, all the collections I have, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm taking this one home, I'm taking this one home.
I mean, I'll take whatever.
No, I don't care. Whatever.
I'm a little trash panda. Give me your trash.
We need to do weird science. We do need to do weird science. Absolutely. Absolutely. Movie chat says, I have seen Van Helsing. I didn't like it. I thought it was too campy for my liking. Fair. This one is a hit or miss. It's not, I don't understand it being like the top, but it's definitely better than Ginger Snaps and all that stuff. No, now I got that weird science song in my head. Davey, ATL made us watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and everybody was singing Puberty Love for like a month. Oh, you've never seen that, have you, Paige? We gotta do that one too. Yeah, we gotta do that one too. That one is not one to be taken seriously, so we'll have fun with it.
Okay, yeah, great. That'll be a good one then.
Absolutely.
My face still isn't fully relaxed from laughing, so here we are.
I know, I feel like I just had one of those, like, what the molds the dentist put in your mouth. I feel like that's just been in my mouth from laughing so hard. And then we get to 2003. Holy shit. There we go, Heidi.
We're not that old yet.
Zombies go mainstream. Now, these were hit or miss for me as well. Oingo boing. Yes, that's true.
So I didn't even realize about this movie until after I read one of the books. I can't remember exactly which one of them, but I became obsessed and then instantly was let down when I watched the movie.
Of
That was
course.
my first
Mm.
real read besides like a little bits and pieces of Harry Potter. Like this, like
Mm.
straight up was a real read, and it just choke slammed me down in disappointment, and I was so upset.
It's very difficult. There's it's singing puberty love. Yeah, that was a fun night. Underworld, I could take it or leave it. Movie poster wise, again, it has that I would walk right past it feel to it. There's really nothing I would pay attention to. It's again too Matrixy. What are we doing? Why does everything look like that?
It's like if the Matrix and the Crow had a baby.
No, I these movies weren't too bad. They weren't too bad.
It's
But
not necessarily the actors or anything. It's just
right,
the
the
plot lines
writing.
that they took from the book itself, and then the plot lines that they decided to put in the movie. You're like, you could have done better.
And then we get to the 2010s where it turns to more dark and Indian folk horror. We kind of switch from what we were just doing to this. And this is the Gothic remake with practical effects. This one actually is not too bad. For 2010, I was actually really surprised that I enjoyed it. Because I do get a little bit leery when it comes to remakes in the more modern side of time. But for me personally, I think around 2010 is the peak, and then after that we've kind of just put a jumble and we need to start putting more heart into it. And it was interesting because I was having this discussion with one of my friends. Is she thinks that because of all the massive AI slop going everywhere, that people are gonna fall in love with making movies again and go back to practical effects, especially with Del Toro doing the Frankenstein the way that he did. So I agree with that because people are just going to want that human connection in art again. And I really look forward to that because I wonder, who's going to like remake some of the Hammer horror in a really cool way and stuff like that, bring the artists back.
We can. Why
Davis
not?
says Underworld wasn't good, but the second one wasn't too bad, but the rest suck. Hit or miss again with the Underworld. Poster wise, this drives me nuts too, though.
The shadows I don't like, especially within the middle.
It's very bland. It's not. If I was walking down, I would skip over this as well. This would have done very well with,
Like, I'm shocked you're saying that it was a good movie because I'm sitting here like, I wouldn't even watch it. If I was to sit here and scroll through and saw it, I wouldn't.
To be fair, I did not look at the art. I just pressed play on Tubi when I felt on it. Because I usually close my eyes and click something on Tubi and whatever plays, which gets very strange sometimes.
I bet. Tubi is a strange app, man.
It is, but it's amazing. The concept that was cringe, it was the concept that was cringe, brooding, and hot is just not believable. Yeah, for sure. But poster wise, again, they were really, 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 really missing a chance. They were selling it with the huge actors on the poster. Yeah, but at the same time, you're trying to figure out, hey, who the heck is that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have done this better. If they would have done the more vintage vibe where they would put the actors and actresses' faces up and then had the Wolfman in really cool text, I think that would work better. But overall, I don't really like this poster.
I just feel like the light is where the dark is, and the dark is where the light is, and that's what's bothering the hell out of me.
Yeah, I like when I go in and change it.
Now, it's like, come here.
This one, hold on. I actually watched this one on Tubi as well, HOWL. Now, this came out in 2015, and it's a claustrophobic train set horror. Now, the poster itself, obviously, we're on that modern blue for everything horror. It's driving me freaking nuts. But, don't judge this movie by the poster, because this one was actually very well written. You felt the pulse of the people being stuck on the train. They don't know what's out there. Weird stuff's going on. So it's not too bad, but I wouldn't say it's comparable to our 80s, 70s, 60s. You know, Howl was great. Davey liked it. I did like the tension in it. It was really cool. Never heard of it. Don't know this movie. Definitely give it a look. Like I said, it's not too bad. It's a 2015 film. And, you know, they're all just trying to...
On Tubi, you said?
I found it on Tubi. I don't know if it's still there, but if not,
I'll
I'm
try
sure you
it
can find
out.
on YouTube. But this one was really cool, especially if you like the vibe of being stuck somewhere and trying to navigate. Like, I like that kind of stuff because I'm like, okay, what would I do in this situation, sort of thing, because that's how my brain works. Movie chat says, I want to write a movie where Mercy's just triggered by Twilight for an hour.
Can I be like in the corner? Just
Yes.
dying laughing the
We'll
whole
just have
time?
Paige's floating head, like one of those cheesy music videos. She's just laughing on the side. You know what I'm talking about?
Like in the Matilda movie?
Yeah. Yes. But this one, Howl, definitely give it a go. Worth it. Not too crappy for a modern movie.
80, you got a list now. Now you have a whole list.
I don't. Thank you, ATL, for being here, man.
Night,
See you on
ATL.
Saturday. Hope to see you there. Now this next one is from, where did it go? Oh, 2028. 8 for Silver. This one really goes back to the folklore horror roots. It's brutal. It's atmospheric. So if you like atmospheric movies, this one is for you. If you don't like it, it won't be. Now this is, again, a 2021 one. And, you know, so for me, it's iffy again because I prefer the older style. However,
Yes.
ATL.
We're doing it.
Look,
Let's
guys,
do it.
Guys, if you seriously want to watch my reaction to watching Twilight, I would do it for you guys. I will make an episode.
I have to be there with you. Yeah, I have to be there with you the whole time. I will make an
episode of Paige if that's what you guys really want. I can't guarantee that I could keep my cool or not say random shit.
I hope so. I hope and pray that you say random shit.
I would only watch the first movie. I'm not going through all of them, but the first movie, like, I will come.
Aww, why you don't want to see Resume, the creepy baby doll?
No. And the ATL, the question is, how do you know that there's 8 hours? Wait a minute. Let's rewind here. Is that... Uh-huh. Is ATL Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I swear, if you say Team Edward.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pop in at Jimmy and Gringa's stream too. That's way before mine, so I'll be there. You could die from boredom. I don't know, my reaction. So my face can't lie, so there's that.
And I'll just be crying the whole entire time because I can't keep it cool.
This one, somebody's movie chat says, yeah, I remember last time I tried to have Mercy react to an Enter Sandman cover and she lost her shit too. Guys, it's because I was born when that song was big on MTV, so I was born to the song, so it was an inside joke through my family my whole freaking life, and I cannot listen to that song ever. Full Twilight runtime is 11 hours and 48 minutes. Please tell me that you're Googling that and don't know that from experience.
And if I did?
Team Jacob crap. I mean, yeah, Twilight. Hey, you know, we had fun jamming to Backstreet Boys on Tuesday, so it might be fun to watch me suffer through that movie. I don't know.
It's fine. Next time I'm bringing my my NSYNC hoodie on.
So, and then we got into like the more modern times, which we don't really have a lot of art for. So I'm just gonna go put our little werewolf guy up again.
Team never want to see it. There you go.
Dude, yeah, 80. Please don't. No, you're not missing anything. Trust me. You're not. I was forced to read it in school and it kind of pissed me off and I was like, I don't want to read this. Yeah, it was fun.
I never really read the books that they forced us to read. I always just did the Cliff Notes.
I am Team Renee. She got out just in time and married a baseball player. Oh, so, according to my research, the top 6 werewolf movies that are an essential list due to like professionals in the field are 1, The Wolfman, 1941, 2, An American Werewolf in London, 1981, 3, The Howling, 1981, Ginger Snaps, 2000. I don't understand that one. Dog Soldiers, and Late Phases from 2014. My list would be completely different. I would just stay with the early shit because you get the more monster aspect, and that's what you want out of a movie. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if you hear werewolf movie, you're hoping that there's a freaking werewolf, you know? So, you know, you kind of werewolves. Yes. That's such a great track. He's singing in his sleep again. My wife went through a brief twilight phase, so blaming the wife. Okay.
To be fair, that's how I met one of my best friends. She was reading Twilight, and we just became friends since. So
We've forgotten American Werewolf in Paris, worst sequel ever. I agree. That one. That's probably why we didn't bring it up. Okay, Jill,
so wait,
have a good night.
You're telling me he went to London and then he said, now I'm gonna go in Paris and like
it's definitely the Dweeb Brother. I just saw a short of it on YouTube where they were all fighting out in a snowfield somewhere. When I think werewolf movie, I think creature feature, and I think we need to get back to that. The modern Wolfman, the one that just came out, is trash. The wife and the daughter are insufferable. The werewolf transformation isn't there. There's a movie called Werewolves that came out. That too was dumb as hell. I'm like, but the thing is, it sucks because Werewolves had such a great plot to it, but it was executed poorly. It's like, what are these people doing? You have these great plots. If you don't want to make a movie, at least make it a comic book or something. Like, you know,
right.
So like, you know, movie chat says Ginger Snaps makes me want to break a pencil. Yeah, Ginger Snaps, I can do it.
Makes you really want to snap, huh?
It's not. I don't know. I kind of stay away from those feminist horror movies because I find them to just be a lecture and not really
I was
horror.
traumatized. This isn't necessarily horror, but I was traumatized by the movie Jawbreaker. Straight up,
I could see that.
Straight up traumatized by that movie.
I could see that. Movie chat says you don't like feminist horror. That's a shocker. I thought most women do. No, I don't like it. I feel like I don't need to be lectured. If I'm watching horror, I want something that's horror.
There's a way of doing it that works. It's just I haven't really seen it done in a way to be noted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's like a bunch of other genres where that fits better and not necessarily horror. Like, it's always, that's why, like, I'm gonna say something and this is probably gonna get me canceled, but here it goes. Honest opinion here. The reason I think that a lot of female directors and all that fail is because instead of learning their craft and being good at it, they are riding too much on I am woman, hear me roar.
Agreed.
And I am a lady who has worked in male-dominated fields. I have learned from men to get better. They've always been kind to me about it. I've never felt that I was better than them, and I never felt that they were better than me. However, if you go in with that chip on your shoulder, you're not going to be good at your job because you are the one putting yourself down. Now, I'm not saying there aren't dickheads, there are, but you can handle them too. I've had my fair share of dealing with that too, but I proved myself. I proved that I could do the work. I did not sit there and be like, oh, I am woman, hear me roar, because I think that's stupid. So if that makes people triggered or gets me canceled, so be it. But I'm not going to be. I think there's a lot of women in horror who do not get props that they deserve.
Agreed.
But at the same time, we got to take a look at ourselves on how we're treating our fellow men in the industry. There's a time and a place to be I am woman, hear me roar, and that's when somebody's being a true douchebag to you. But just because someone says, hey, why don't you try this? This might help. It actually might be feedback you need. And they're not mansplaining. Not everything, like I take feedback from the gentleman in the chat here all the time. Hey, man, what can we do to make the streams better? Tom says, hey, do more visuals. So I'm trying my best to incorporate that a little bit more. Or movie chat over here was like, add more lore, add more this. So we're trying to do that. And it's our first time doing that properly in this one, but I'll get better as time goes on. But I didn't take it as they're saying I'm a shitty streamer because I'm a woman. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why I can't do the whole feminist horror thing. Because it's like, stop. I get enough of that on the outside. That's why I don't like talk politics or anything on my channel, because there's a lot of stuff already out there. We're here to do music and movies and chill the fuck out. So Tom Baker says, question, what was that story about Gills almost catching a Netflix deal? He has an amazing script. And he actually was working with Netflix to get it on and going. And then COVID happened. And then that prevented it from going through. Now, he will be on here more soon. And, we're going to all be working on Haunt together. And he'll talk more about his writings and stuff like that. I don't know if it's Saturday or next Saturday that he's officially back on Saturdays. But he can go more in depth with that. But he's a very talented writer. Very talented writer. I was always a werewolf in the game Skyrim, getting my butt kicked, and then I wolf out. So much fun.
Yep.
Game. I'm not a big gamer, but there's sometimes, like in the winter time, I'll put on a game. I usually play the old Tomb Raiders because I'm a dork and I like them. But I play my fair share of Skyrim too. But Tom, I can't wait for him to come back because I think he has a lot of good things to talk about writing. He's working on a Hellraiser script too. I've seen a peep of it. That's really good. So he's very talented, and I keep pushing him. I'm like, keep doing this, bro. Like, write the haunts, get experience. Let's do this shit, man. Because he definitely belongs to having one of his things come to life, and I'm hoping that this stream will help him make connections. Yeah, AD, I talked to him today too. He's definitely not sure about Saturday. He does have a new job, so I think he's still in that training mode, and so it might be next Saturday, or he probably can't come back till February. But either way, I can't wait.
Excited to have him on.
Paige has
excited
never
to meet
met
more
him.
people.
Well, she's never been able to talk to him. I had a couple correspondences when he's in the chat here, but
yeah, no, I like meeting new faces.
Hasn't officially met him. So Saturday we were going to be doing The Man Who Laughs. However, I thought because we were still doing Universal Monsters, we're going to be doing Frankenstein 2025 on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are going to have a full house. Rez will be here. Paige will be here. Myself and Mage will be here. If Gills can show, he will, but I haven't heard anything solid, so I don't want to say that for sure, because then I'll be getting your hopes up, and I don't like doing that. But Rez is stoked to be back. Tom says a great bunch of people. I'm so happy you say that, my friend, and thank you always for tuning in, especially since I'm on the later side, and I know it's late for you over there, so I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out and chatting. I did upload my review of iMonster yesterday. Every Wednesday on this channel, I will be uploading my film reviews. So film and TV reviews. I'm trying to run this channel more like a TV network, just because having the two channels was killing my YouTube algorithm, and so I still have my second one for all the extras, so keep an eye on that one too. But this one's gonna be do that. And I started this podcast with just me and Mage, and then it just grew to all my other friends joining who are always scared to pop on, and I'm like, just do it. And
Took
I'm
you
like,
what, 5 years of convincing me?
yes, but I didn't give up because that's how stubborn I am. And look, you got everybody saying they love to hear your side of things. It's really fun. And she did mention that she wants to join me on Tuesday. So Lexi will also be joining on Tuesday for 70s night. So that's going to be fun. And that one again is at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We're trying that because you guys have decided that would work better. I casted a vote. So we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out great, I'm going back to the 10:30 slot. But we'll try the 5:31 for a couple weeks and see. I also have Premature Burial deep dive coming up, and then I'm gonna make that a watch along, Tom. So we'll do that watch along in the near future. And for next Thursday, I believe we have the Most Dangerous Game. Ooh, Brass Against just uploaded The Great Gig in the Sky Pink Floyd cover. I'm gonna have to check that out after here. What am I doing? Yes. The next Thursday one is going to be The Most Dangerous Game from 1932. Gonna have some fun time with that one. 1930s is such a great time for music. Sorry, I was reading.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just doing the wind down here, so we're good. The Most Dangerous Game will be next Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Can't wait to do that one. I think the same audience is in Lady Sasha chat. They should join. Yeah, absolutely. Gary said he'd be here Tuesday. Great! See, I think the 5:30 one is going to work well for that. Many talented creators in Lady Sasha's streams. That's awesome. See, I like that. And thank you so much for showing me Dana. I really like the way that she does her stuff. It's really, really chill. Your pick for 70s night is Belgium with Zappa sitting on a Pink Floyd gig. That's going to be nice. I read The Most Dangerous Game. Good story. It is a good story. Have you seen this one? 1932. I like it. We got a lot of cool things coming up. Like, I can't wait. It's getting exciting now. Like, you guys have really helped me become better at this streaming stuff, which is exciting. I never thought I'd actually enjoy streaming, and now I do because you guys have made it done. So we've got Saturday, 2025 Frankenstein. Tuesday, we've got your favorite 70s tracks. If you want to pop on by and show me your favorite 70s tracks. Tuesday is usually like my little radio show. Thursday, we got The Most Dangerous Game. Friday, we have Blood Beach from 1980, Horror Miser's pick. He will be with us for that one. And then we have the Wolfman 1941 with the panel. That's going to be fun. And, as always, Paige may join me on Thursdays. It's a hit or miss. I just tell everybody to join when they can. But I look forward to Saturday the most because I can't wait to show Rise this one. She hasn't seen it, and Mage hasn't seen it. Me and Paige have seen it. I can't wait to get into the nitty gritty with this one. It's going to be a fun time. And if you guys ever have, this is what I want to ask you guys. If I do watch-alongs, do you like them better live, or do you want recorded watch-alongs? Because Movie Chat wants me to do a watch-along of The Conjuring: The Last Rites. And I'm debating, do I do a recorded episode of that, or do you guys want me to do it live? You guys let me know. Can't wait for the Wolfman. It's your favorite. I know. I can't wait to show Mage and Paige that one. Mage, Paige. Wow. And hopefully Rez will be here for that one too, because that one's a great one. Lon Chaney Jr. and Sr. are fantastic actors. Movie Chat says, I like your live watch alongs. It's just funnier to see a reaction live. Okay. Yes. Yes, 80, that is. You are correct. Welcome back.
Hello.
I was just letting them know, watch alongs and stuff like boring crap for our wind down. Movie Chat wants to know, Paige, if you had to be a werewolf, what style of werewolf lore would you be? Would you be the classic, the feral, or the more modern take where they're kind of in between?
I would be most likely the in between if I had to stay true to like who I am. I would like to say feral because I do say I'm a feral auntie, because I'm a feral wife. But I would definitely say I'm definitely a mix between the two. If I was to say stay true and authentic to like my origin story.
Mercy, what about you? Frickin' feral. I'm a quiet person, and it takes a lot to make me mad. But when that goes, that goes. Movie Chat's like that. That's the opposite of what I thought you were going to say. Yeah, it's true. I can't hide my nature. It takes
See,
a
now
lot,
now I
but
want to
it's
know
there.
what movie chat thought I was gonna say.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? They actually thought you were gonna say classic because of how artsy you are.
Oh, I like that.
So
I like you guys a lot. This is why you my little nuggets.
when a Gills Lady Shasha collab brings some results, it could be a gate to making movies. You never know. I was thinking that. So when he can come back and have more time, I was thinking of showing him other people within the realm, because I was talking to him like I have movie making experience too. I've helped with a few independent films, and I told him too is like, what if we wrote like a horror short with the panel and we could do stuff like literally far away, because I can edit and so can Mage. And like we can make it not that it's like digital like this, but we can actually make it look like we're all in the movie together. So like we're working on a lot of cool things. So I'm actually working on a movie too. So I think that's a great idea. When he has more time, I totally think that we can get him out there with his writing, Tom. That's such a fantastic idea. Thank you again for looking out for us small channels. We appreciate it. We appreciate it very much. And also, do I still have that on my desktop? I don't know. I have a lot of shit on my desktop. What the
Yeah,
hell
you
is
do.
that? No,
Just the faces you're making.
I really do. I really do. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do before we got off air. Oh crap. You gotta take off some of the stuff from your studio. Yeah, okay. There. I'll send a list. I found 10 extra ones. Yeah, if you ever need to send me something, Tom, I always give out this one because this is where people send me like lists and stuff. In case you don't leave a comment, that is the proper email that you can get a hold of me on when it comes to this kind of stuff. What was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. So the way the werewolves looked, we have the Wolfman. Now, I kind of like this because he's still kind of human, but he also kind of looks like a puppy dog, so I would not be scared of
No,
him.
the schnauz. The schnoz.
I just want to boop him.
Right?
Like, that's what I would do.
Boop.
And then we had the I Was a Teenage Werewolf, where it got kind of bonkers. This is from the 50s. I, again, would just boot the snoot because I would not be
It's
scared.
me when I wake up from my nappy poos.
That's me when I find out that somebody ate the last of my potatoes. Like, don't touch my food. I love to eat. I am not ashamed to say that. That is why I work out, so I can eat and still be kind of somewhat healthy. And then we kind of get to these. This is, I think, the
More
1935 one.
dapper.
Yeah, this is the
More dapper
1935
ones.
one where they kind of didn't know where to go. And then you could kind of tell, like, in the 40s with the Wolfman, they kind of put more hair on him. But they still have, like, that human thing. But him, I do like the way they used his nose and his brow to kind of make it look more beastly. But again, I would just boop the Snoop. Can't believe I'm saying this about werewolves. And then we have American Werewolf in London. I would be scared of that. If I saw that in an alleyway, I would actually not boop the Snoop.
I would turn around.
I'd be like, nope. I would throw a potato at it. Hopefully that distracted him, and then leave.
Run. Yep.
Mm-hmm. He can have a potato. That's the best. Yeah. Yes. And then we get here. It gets a little, again.
I feel like they lost it there. He looks like Jim Carrey.
Yes. I would not be terrified. That is Snoop Booper, just because I would want to see if his nose was real. Best werewolf, Eddie Munster, prove me wrong. You know, Butch Patrick is a really cool dude if you ever get a chance to talk to him at a convention. He's super cool. 10 out of 10 recommend. Run away, run away. Yeah, I wouldn't run away from this. He kind of looks like the guy that hangs out in front of my 7-Eleven. Paige is just looking at me like, what? And then we get to this, you know, the howling. It's still pretty good, but it's still kind of Hills Have Eyesy, you know. But
the eyes alone, I'm just like, oh, that was a choice.
I would still be like, nope. But
yeah, that was a choice. No, thank you.
I do think, again, the brow makeup. I love it when makeup artists actually use the facial structure of the actors, which is what we're supposed to do. I started a rumor once where Eddie Munster grew up to be Adam Ant and everybody bought it. Bro. That's actually really funny.
Oh, 80.
And then we, you know, we get to the... Oh, I'm sorry. You gotta remove something. You gotta remove something. Blah, blah, blah. Too many images. Oh my gosh. No, it's not gonna let me. But it was gonna show the Jack Nicholson one. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, am I moving too fast for StreamYard? That's what it's doing. Anyway. The evolution of the werewolf makeup is kind of iffy. There we go. Those contact lenses had to suck. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see if I can pull it up now because they were just cutting it up. But, you know, it's a choice. Again, kind of just looks like the people outside of 7-Eleven. Nothing really special. I think, again, American Werewolf in London nailed it the most. Because it captured the beast. And that's where even the classics fall short. Because it's still man. You know what I mean? Like, out of all of these that we saw, we all agreed that we would run from this one.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, if you'd go and snuggle it, go you. I wouldn't.
And then that's what I mean. If I'm watching a werewolf movie, I want it to be a werewolf. And I think that's why I fell in love with this movie so much. Just because it's an actual beast. He turns into the beast. And the rest are just, you know.
Not a humanoid like beast.
Oh, nice, Tom. Yeah, you know, I'm hoping to have Dana on for a collab. I still have to get in touch with her and bring some more people, you know, over and reach out to other creators. But send me a list of people to check out, and I will do so. All right. Movie chat says, yeah, I would totally be scared of that one the most. I need to watch this movie. Absolutely. Now, another thing that we are doing... Where'd it go? I'm so sorry, guys. My computer has been wacky today. Where did it go? I know I just made it. Oh, there it is. I Another thing that Paige and I will be working on coming up, if you weren't here at the beginning, is we are working on a recorded episode because I refuse to do this movie live again. But I will be showing her the movie Things from 1989. Mind you, I'm only watching it with her because she is a Things virgin and she's never seen a Barry movie. So,
and we all know how well that music video happened, so.
I can't wait to Saturday to show you the movie.
I haven't even seen any of the memes, but I'm looked back at just some of the picture. Yeah, she is.
I'm hiding them from her on purpose because we're going to have a full house panel on Saturday, and I think we will all collectively enjoy it since we all laughed at my face last week.
It's my turn.
The Howling franchise has some good werewolves, poor choices, but good wolves. I agree. But Things is one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen in my life. It's a movie you have to watch with friends, or else you can't. Movie Chest, as I remember you guys watching this, I still haven't watched it myself, but I did listen to your watch along. I'm scared. Okay, well, you have every right to be. This is definitely one of those trashy movies that you have to watch with somebody or you can't get through it.
It's fine. We'll get through it together.
My first time watching it was a couple of years ago. I found it on DVD at a thrift store. I put it on. I was by myself and I wanted to shove my head through the wall. It's good with friends because you have to have someone to commentate with, because it's just that bad. And 80, I promise you, once I know for sure that Gills is back, I will plan a Saturday when the whole team is here so we can rewatch Wicked World. But Paige can't jump right to Wicked World. She has to start with this. You know what I'm saying? She's got to start with this one.
You gotta warm me up. So, I'm just a little baby.
Exactly. Well, we warmed you up with that music video, and I know how much you love it. You know, so it was a very.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the rings of the 7 rings of hell for me, is just that music video and song.
I gotta check on the shoulder goblin. Alright, he's
so
did I read you the plot to this movie the last time?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, let me do that real quick since we're getting prepared. Her and I are gonna get together on Sunday and film it for you guys. I can't go live on Sundays, unfortunately. But if you guys want me to do a live watch along to The Conjuring, The Last Rites, I will do that on a Wednesday for you guys. So that way I could keep my Wednesday reviews good. So, Things, 1989. It's unrated. It's an hour and 25 minutes long. Good God. An impotent husband, driven by a fanatical desire to father a child, forces his wife to undergo a dangerous experiment. The result, the birth of a multitude of monstrous things. This thing has a 2.9 rating. Somebody says, at what point do you draw the line and say, this is not a movie? The tagline is the king of
We're just not that deep. We're just not that deep, Heidi.
Yeah. I do have to say, the effects in the movie are actually not too bad. They are cheesy, but an attempt was made. We cannot say the same for Wicked World. So, yes, she'll be in the cult after that. Davey, have you seen Wicked World? If not, wait for us to watch it together in the Discord. You'll be initiated. We'll all be best friends. Like, I'm telling you, Wicked World, I wish that came with more of a warning, because when that opening, man, I felt closer to everybody. I felt closer to everybody. I felt like I owed everybody dinner because that opening is spicy. And I was like, did we just all get together to just like watch some softcore stuff together? We're besties now. Like, it's that. like we were all like, if you watch the replay, we're all just like. So yeah, but
awesome. I couldn't even get through Game of Thrones, so this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great for me.
It's gonna be more fun because the whole panel's there and it's fun. The commentary of the panel is what makes it watchable. Seen it, but you're ready for a rewatch? Okay, Davey, did you have the same reaction as us? And like, what's about the twirly slide like that? But like, I mean, for things though, like you could see that like an attempt was there. You know, like they do like have some really gritty eyeball effects and stuff like that. So it's not too bad.
I've seen worse. Let's just put it there, okay?
Right. So, but the thing
Even
is,
from the music video, I've seen worse.
with things, to me, he attempted more, and then Wicked World, it was kind of like, we're just gonna put every horror movie trope together and add titties. And a twirly slide, and applesauce. And a man named Harold. Yeah, that's all you get. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Applesauce and a guy named Harold, okay. All right.
It's one of the weirdest openings I've ever seen for a movie.
I don't know how I'm gonna get myself prepared for this now.
Look, that's why I say you have to watch things first, so you kind of get a gist of. I think Barry purposely does these like really Z-rated films on purpose. It's worse than Mamma Mia. Oh man, dude, it's
Mamma
bad.
Mia.
Handcuffs and twirly slides. Pretty much, yeah. It's bad. It's really bad, Tom. It's extremely bad. But again, watching it with you guys is what makes it the best. There's actually a couple more Barry's movies that I haven't seen that we're gonna watch in the future because we've decided that it's a running gag with the panel, so I can't wait for that. But like I say, Things is the introductory, just so you get a feel, because I purposely think he makes these awful movies on purpose. Like, there's no way someone just does this and thinks, yes, this is a great movie. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so like, I'm wondering if
depends
that's
on how much
shit.
drugs.
I just wonder if that's his Winter Beast. Oh, you've never seen Winter Beast, have you? I have to show that one to you too, because that one's actually that one's one of my favorite weird movies. Because it has stop motion and it actually has a creepy guy named Sheldon, and they do this like really cool scene where his face melts. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's cheesy, but it's the good cheese, not the bad cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
like,
I don't mind cheesy when it's done right.
Like, they had a cool story. It was shot up in Canada, so it's kind of funny because they're trying to defeat like these monsters with flare guns because they don't have boomsticks over there. You know. And then 80 found this extra for me, and I didn't even watch it, and it's the Winter Beast soap opera. So after the movie, I have to show you that too. That could be another episode of our separate podcast. We'll do a recorded version for that. Or we might revisit Winter Beast if live on the spooky panel, if the rest of the panelists want to revisit it. We'll put it to vote for everybody. That by far though is my favorite cheesy movie. Awful movies make more money than some indie movies because it's have to watch it bad. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's the one thing I loved about going to ScareCon when I used to go, because I would talk to a lot of the independent movie makers, and I have this one on DVD that I haven't been able to find online. And I really, really want to. You still have them all? Good, because I'm gonna have to go through it. Let me see. Where is it? Oh my goodness. How many people are messaging me? Sorry guys, I'm busy. I'm busy doing a stream. Like, hold on, where is it?
Then there's me. I just ignore everyone anyways.
I always ignore people. It depends. I talk to very few people on the regular. That's me with Lloyd Kaufman of Troma back in the day. He was really fun. Speaking of independent movies, they make a lot of bad movies, but a lot of them are good too. Like Rabid Grannies is a good one. You know, all that kind of stuff. Low budget, cheesy. My absolute number one is The Dark. See it to believe it. That's a good one too. Movie chat says, how many famous people have you met? A lot, music and movie wise, because I would just like lurk, and it's really weird about me because like people think I run the shows, so they like come to me and just chill with me. Like Tawny Katane like used my phone charger, and she would use me to keep the creeps away because I have resting bitch face when I'm out in public. So it's like I'm not very approachable in public. Mercy, do you ever get recognized in your small town? Yeah, I know townies watch my stuff. Hey guys, and I appreciate it. It just weirds me out when they're just like, oh hey, you're buying groceries. It's like I have to eat.
I haven't gotten that yet, but because I've worked in our mall and stuff for so long, everyone's like, I've met you before. And I was like, I hope so.
When I worked at Bonton in the mall, I sold a pair of bright baby blue ladies' grannies control top panties to Steven Seagal for himself. So, just saying. The man is weird. I don't want to know, Paige. I don't know. I didn't ask. I just sold it to him. I didn't want to know. And I'm talking like bright blue, like bright 1950s baby blue.
Oh, like the blue on my nails?
Yes, ma'am. Davey says, I think we should make a cartoon completely voiced by Mercy. She's got the voices down. Thank you. Yeah, I actually have done a little bit of voice acting. I actually, my brain can't sit still. So, like, I actually have Beavis and Butthead in my head all the time. So, like, when I get really excited, I actually act like Beavis. It gets crazy. Yeah. I can't stop. Not a bad idea. Sometimes I don't even notice that I'm doing different voices. Like, half the time, I don't know if I'm even talking in my real voice. It would freak people out in high school, too, because they're like, oh, you gotta do some speeches. And then, like, one time, like, I would have a different voice and not even realize it. I don't know if it's my ADHD or whatever, but, like, I can adopt accents like that.
I would slip into accents all the time as well, to the point that when I got underneath my tongue pierced, my mom didn't know that I got it pierced because it was swollen. She thought I was just messing around talking in an accent, and I was like, no. So I started playing with it, and I was like, hello.
Movie chat says, it's kind of cool that you both have experiences hanging with famous people. I don't know how you do it. They're just people, man.
Yeah, they're just people.
Like, I don't care.
There's been like one or two times that I've personally been a little bit shy, but for the most part, I don't care. But a lot of it too, I was much younger than a lot of them, so like in my head, that wasn't an option for anything more than that. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just like someone that they're listening to.
What should the cartoon be named, guys? Because I have the stuff where I can actually make cartoons and do voices. Just saying. I personally, they're just people. Wow. Yeah, in case you didn't know. They're just people. Like, I don't know. I just don't put people on pedestals. And they're just like me. They just have a cooler job than I had. That's it. And also, like, I was a housekeeper at, like, a really ritzy hotel, and a lot of them would come up here for a vacation, aka they're going to the loony bin for a bit, but they, like, give them a hotel room, too, because the only
because you guys have the psych ward up there.
Yeah. Yeah, don't take dead people for granted. I mean, I think a lot of them take their fame for granted. Hey, Gilboy! Bad Moon, Silver Bullet, Dog Soldiers, and Ginger Snaps were great werewolf films. The classics are, of course, The Wolfman and American Wolf in London, and Hammer Horror, Curse of the Werewolf. Gills, she has never seen Curse of the Werewolf, so maybe one night the three of us can get together and do a recorded episode showing her that. Thanks for being here, man. Tom Baker was just asking about the lore about you getting your Netflix script, and I told him the Cliff Note version. So maybe, like, the next time you're on, you could go more in depth, because we're about to...
Yes, because I want to know.
We're about to wind down for the evening. We went through and discussed,
if you go back, you can see her tweaking out about Twilight.
Yeah, I kind of lost my shit about Twilight. And also, I'm going to be showing her this movie on Sunday. We're going to do a recorded episode to get her prepared for Wicked World for when you return.
So if you liked my my facial expression last podcast. You're gonna love it, this one.
No, Paramore did not play, okay? I simply just said I thought it was weird that a 300 to 400-year-old sparkling Yas Queen male was going after a teenager.
How can
Why
I
would you do
decide
that?
what's right when you're clouding up my mind?
Like, I went on a full rant. So, we are at the 2-hour mark for Thursday. I loved it. I had a great time with you guys. Full rant is going to be in the replay, Gilboy, if you want to check that out.
Yeah,
I'm sure...
please do. I was crying. I was crying.
It was funny. She had to like go off screen for a second because you hear her sing in the background and her little bats are going over here. But I hope you can make it sometime soon. I told them that you weren't sure if you would be here. We are doing Frankenstein on Saturday, so I hope you could be there because I know you actually got to see it in theaters, whereas us lame people only got to see it on the
Us peasant folk.
Yeah, so I can't wait to poke your brain about that one, so I hope you can make it. If not, next Saturday we're doing some cool stuff too, my friend. So you just keep me posted. All right. Movie Chat says this was a fun night. I like to see all you guys tweak out if I mention something. Movie Chat says, hey Gilboy, will you come back ever as Sister Hyde again? That was funny. They liked your Sister Hyde. Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde is a Hammer Horror page.
Okay.
It's actually really, really good. That's another one I would love to show you. Gilboy says, sure, guys. He says, sure. And they said Gilboy needs to show up as Melkor when you guys have movie and music night. I want to see him talk about the music. Gotta get more suckers. Alright, so yeah, Gills, man, I hope you come back. Movie Chat's ready for you, ready to pick your brain.
I'm ready.
Paige is ready to officially meet you, and then that way the three of us can hop on a group chat and talk about our modern haunt coming on.
Yas.
And we're gonna be doing some really cool stuff over here. Gills, are you going live tonight, Gills? Will you be up tonight? If so, I will be there in the chat as always. Always double check. If you go to my channel, I have featured channels, and everybody on the panel. Paige, I have to update it with yours, so send me a
It's
link
okay.
sometime.
Right now, there's nothing going on over there yet.
That's right. But
I'm figuring it out.
In my featured channels, you will see the panels channels, and go ahead and click them. Tonight, you fight the fish people and the dragon. Yes, I will be there. Please link me because for some reason your live thingy still doesn't pop up. So just let me know and I'll be there, my friend. So everybody, Gills is going to be live tonight. Keep an eye on his channel. I will be hanging out in the chat if you want to come chat with us. Hope the movie people, I hope you come in. I know you guys are overseas too, and a lot of that is a time zone difference thing. But let's fight these freaking fish people, man.
Yas.
Yeah, your lives do act up. They're kind of strange, but hey, keep doing them, my friend. Keep doing them. And I'm going to go in and do your tags and stuff. I just haven't had a moment this week. You will sleep? Okay, Tom. Thank you for being here, Tom. Again,
Bye, Tom. Thank you.
80, ATL, Davey, of course. And we will see you guys on Saturday night, all right?
Be there, be square.
On the panel's channels? Yes.
Yes.
When is Gil's stream?
Right after this.
Is it close to after this? Sometimes he does waits a few minutes, but definitely hop on over there. He's playing a game. We gotta fight some fish people and a dragon. About 30-35 minutes. Yeah. It's been fun, Davey. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Davey.
Did you get that weird video I sent you on Discord? Bye, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Saturday. Bye.
Have a potato.